few minutes to spare, so I'm gonna give my interpretation of what's going on. As you guys know, that it appears that the Department of Homeland Security ran up in at least two of Diddy or Love Combs, or I don't know what he's calling himself these days, but they ran up in his California and his Florida properties. Now, they said that his kids were at one of these properties and they were handcuffed. That's just what I've been told so far. Now you're hearing some of these people talking about that private planes have fled the country. I don't know how true that is. I'm not even going to speak on that until I have confirmation that that actually happened. But I'm going to tell you this. I can tell you this much. Whatever the case is with Sean Combs, I'm gonna just call him by his government name. He needs to lawyer up. I'm not going to rush to judgment because, as I said before, let's wait till the facts come out. He hasn't had his day in court. And I feel like this every man is innocent until proven guilty. And the last thing I'm going to do is convict him before he has his day in court because we got enough of that going on. Now, I know some people already hollering guilty and, you don't even know what the hell is going on. But I can tell you this much. If the Department of Homeland Security is involved, this is bad. When I say this is bad, and the Department of Homeland Security, they deal in a lot of, overseas stuff and across the border stuff. They work in the States, but, they do a lot of stuff out of the States. So if it's true about what Diddy is being investigated for, or Sean Combs, um, he need to lawyer up, and he is in deep trouble. And I'm gonna tell you now, Homeland Security are the feds. They are, the higher ups in law enforcement. If they are investigating Sean Combs, they must have something. And it appears that from what it's looking like, that Sean Combs is gonna be taken into custody sooner than later. He gonna be arrested for something. But like I said before, I'm not gonna sit up here and convict him before he has his day in court. But it ain't looking too good for him. Whatever the case may be, whatever is going on with him, keep in mind he did settle a couple of these cases. One thing you shouldn't do, once you start to settle, you better off just seeing can you fight it in court, because at the end of the day, one way or another, it appears that something is going to come out, and it's a shame that you have people that sign NDAs and they break these NDAs and they allowed to break them, which they shouldn't be allowed to break them because they supposed to be ironclad. Now, he hasn't been arrested and charged with anything as of yet, so you still supposed to be under a NDA unless you are called to testify. You are still under an NDA until you step foot in court. So for the people that's sitting up here, if they did sign any NDAs and they are speaking on it, they still could be held liable by P. Diddy's lawyers or Sean Puffy Combs' lawyers. But this is a bad situation. And when I say this is a bad situation, it's not looking good for him, is because this is all over the news. When I say this is all over the news, this is all over the news. This is all over the news. This is all over social media. So this is a big story. This ain't some, you know what I'm saying? This ain't some small stuff that certain people are talking about. No, this is everywhere. Everybody is talking about this. So I don't know what's going to happen with Sean Combs, but like I said before, I'm not going to pass judgment. I'm not going to convict him until he has his day in court. But it looked like he's going to be taken into custody pretty soon. He's going to be arrested. Once again, if the Department of Homeland Security is coming to your house and they were armed to the T, I'm talking about they were heavily armed. Like they was ready for it to go down. And they don't come near armed like that unless they ready to, I'm talking about they had they had the big stuff. They had the big stuff. They didn't have no, like, you know what I'm saying, just wanted to knock on the door. I'm talking about they had the big guns. They was ready for it to go down. And like I said, whenever you got them coming there armed to the T with that type of firepower, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And when I say it's bad, it's bad. So eventually we're gonna find out what's going on, but it appears that Sean Combs is gonna be arrested pretty soon. I will be surprised if Sean Combs isn't a warrant for his arrest isn't issued within the next week or so. Because it just looked like the inevitable was going to happen, that Sean Combs is going to be arrested and he's going to be taken into custody. Oh no, it ain't looking good at all. It ain't looking good. I'm just saying, all I ask of everybody, let's just wait till he has his day in court. Let's just wait till the facts come out, because at the end of the day, let's not rush to judgment. Let's not condemn him. Let's not convict him until he has his day in court, because we have to play this by ear. I'm playing it by ear. Now, from my perspective, based off what's going on, what I'm seeing with Homeland Security coming in two of his properties, yeah, he about to be, he about to be taken into custody. And from what I heard, they already had handcuffs to his family members. I don't know which property they were at, whether they was at the property in California or were they at the property in Florida, but they said that some of his kids were handcuffed. I don't know where Diddy is as of right now. You've been hearing people talking about he didn't jumped on a plane and all this kind of stuff. You didn't heard he went to Cape Verde, where there's no extradition treaty, but I haven't heard anything like that. You know, you're going to always have content creators that's going to put 2 on the 10, that's going to just add something to it, that's going to add their own spice to it. But I haven't heard anything about, Sean Combs fleeing the country and, none of that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to give you guys an update, but it ain't looking too good. And when I say it ain't looking too good, it ain't looking too good at all. Now the question is, what's going to be revealed when he's taken into custody? Because now, at first I thought, they might have been trying to draw straws, that maybe, they were just reaching, but now you got Homeland Security involved. And like I said before, keep in mind, you guys, the feds have a 98% conviction rating. Not 9%, 98% conviction rating. So that means out of every 100 cases, 98 of them, the dude's going to get convicted. And those are not good odds at all. So I don't like his. So if he's indicted, they got something. One thing about the feds, they don't come looking for you unless they got something that can stick. And I'm gonna say this to all you Michael Jackson haters. Michael Jackson was, once again, for the people that keep calling him a this and a that, Michael Jackson was investigated before his death and after his death, and the feds to this day hasn't been able to find anything. And Michael Jackson been dead. Michael Jackson been dead for a while. He's been gone for a while, and they still haven't been able to find nothing. So I don't give a damn what none of them people be talking about on TV, making up stuff, lying, and and screw Oprah Winfrey for putting out that documentary. And come to find out, Oprah Winfrey hung around the very people that she was accusing Michael Jackson of being. who were heavily involved in that kind of stuff and have the receipts to prove it. So that's Oprah for you with her black man hating ass. But you know, so in other words, like I said, in closing, let's just wait and see what happens. I'm pretty sure arrests will be made pretty damn soon. Anyway, got to get me some rest. I'm out.